Hello, Libra. This is your random message from the universe for mid-March 2019. This is for Libra rising, sun, and moon for mid-March. I'm going to pick 6 cards, and then I'll show them to you, and then I'll get started. The great thing about these little shorty readings is that there's no previous intentions on what it's going to be about. It's just whatever the universe wants you to know. So it could be about anything really. I've noticed sometimes they come out a little bit like riddles where it's a mystery, but later on it makes sense. And of course, as always with any general reading based off of one zodiac sign, this may or may not resonate. And so if it doesn't, you may want to check out your other 2 out of your rising, sun, and moon, see if any of those resonate for you. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the universe has to say to you guys for Libras. Ooh. And I'm using the Gaian Tarot. Okay, this looks pretty straightforward, really. I'm not going to focus on the past this time. I'm just going to focus on the present and the future. That's the only intention I have when I pick these. So your first one is the 10 of Air. The Star. Very nice. This is a nice reading, you guys. The 10 of Earth. You have 2 10s in here, and so this is telling me that you're at the very end of a cycle. The Elder of Fire, otherwise known as the King of Wands. The 7 of Fire. And the 2 of Fire. Your whole bottom row is all fire cards. So presently, it looks as though you are ending a cycle to do with some kind of long-standing project or thing that you've been doing for a long time. And you're about to begin a whole brand new cycle. And so it looks as if you have accomplished a lot. You have accomplished a lot. You have done a lot. You have manifested creative things based off of ideas that you've had from a long time ago, or you've come full circle with all of the energy that you have put into something that is either intellectual or communication based or something creative. I see you as possibly being a teacher or a leader or an organizer of something, and you've been doing this for a long time, but it looks as though you have decided it's time to move on to a completely new cycle. So you're possibly wrapping some things up. Maybe for some of you, you're even resigning or leaving an old job behind in order to begin a new path in your life, or leaving your established ways of doing things behind so that you're on to a completely new path with doing things. But it looks good to me. It looks like a good harvest, and it looks as if you are recognized for your gifts. If this Elder of Fire is an actual person in your life, this is somebody who has imparted a lot of wisdom to you, a lot of good advice to you, someone who has led you along the way, possibly taught you a great deal of things. This could even be letting go of an actual elder in your life, as in they have passed on or passed away, if this is the case for some of you, or even one of you, it looks as if they have left you with a great deal of memories and wisdom that you will carry on with you for the rest of your life. This is someone that you admire or have admired. If this is a relationship thing, it's either saying that an old cycle of the relationship is ending and a new cycle of the relationship is about to begin, where you're onto a completely new path together. If you have been partnered, you may have actually created a whole lot with your partner, stability in existing reality, but it looks as if you're ready for something new in your life. And this may be with them or without them. It really just depends on where you're at with it. So after that, in the future, it looks as if you're doing a lot of meditating and tuning in. You possibly feel spiritually guided, or you feel much more clear than you have in a while. You feel more clearly able to believe in your dreams, or believe that good, positive things are to come, and are actually already happening. You may feel as if there's a chance for you to follow a dream or follow a wish that you have. And you feel guided, or you feel in tune, where the universe is giving you signs, is backing you up. If you feel something deeply in your heart that you would like to see come into being, it can easily come into being. And the spirits are on your side with this. There's a lot of hope and optimism for the future here. And with this, you have focus of action. So, in order to bring your hopes or dreams into fruition or into being, this takes a focus of action on your part. What steps need to be done? What do you need to do? And what do you need to get done right now in order to fully embark on this new spiritual journey in your life, or this new feeling of good things to come? You may be wrapping up some old things before you can fully step forward towards your dreams. But it seems as if you have a lot of optimism and hope and faith in the fact that you can get things done, or that things will get straightened out. My dog's crying. I'll be right back. Okay. With these two, it looks like you're very sure. It doesn't look like you're confused. It doesn't look like not much is making sense to you. It actually looks like a whole lot more than usual is making sense to you now, and you feel able to take action on this because you're sure. So I'll leave that there. In the future, after that, you have the Ten of Earth with the Two of Wands, or the Two of Fire. So again, it looks like you're leaving an old cycle behind. You have two tens in here. Before, this was an ending and a new beginning of a way of seeing things, a way of understanding things, or a way of doing things with communications or ideas. This is wrapping up an old cycle that has to do with physical manifestation, as in where you live, the money that you make, the things that you choose to focus your energy on, or what you choose to work on in your life. It looks as if you have come full circle with something that you have been manifesting in your life for a long time. This could be leaving behind an old job that you had for years, but of your own accord, I'm getting. You have decided to do this. You have decided to wrap up an old cycle of manifestation in order to start a completely new path in your life. And so this takes a certain level of balance, and also choosing, making a choice. Which way do you want to go after this? You can imagine this person that's walking down the path. They're walking away from everything that they have manifested, but not out of sadness or having it taken from him or anything like that. It's just he knows it's the right time to go. He knows it's the right time to move on onto a completely different future. And actually, I get a sense of accomplishment from this, a sense of a good harvest. You may actually be having some money come to you through wrapping something up. For instance, as an analogy, as an example of what I'm saying, it could be someone who built a business from the ground up and then 10 years later decides to sell the business and they're ready to do something completely different with their life. They can feel a sense of accomplishment that they have been prosperous with their business for the past 10 years, but now they don't really want to be doing that anymore. They're ready to move on and try new things. And so this could be them selling the business and getting a chunk of money from selling their business and then taking that money and starting a new path in their life. That's just an example of what I'm trying to say here. You could apply this to lots of different things. But basically, it looks like in the future, you'll be making a choice of where do you want to go next? What do you want to do next? If this is about a relationship, this could be, again, wrapping up an old cycle with a relationship and starting a new cycle with it where there's a lot more passion and a lot more excitement. Maybe before there was a central focus on things like money or prosperity or having enough, and now they have enough, and so they're able to focus on cultivating their relationship more, trying new fun things together, going on adventures together. And something about this reawakens the passion in the relationship. But this doesn't even have to be a relationship thing. This is just simply wrapping up an old cycle of manifestation and choosing where you want to go next. But it feels exciting to me. So hopefully that made sense or resonated for you. And I'll see you soon in April for your general readings. Okay, bye.